How's it going, guys? Webb here. Hope you're doing great. Today we're going to take a look at modes, okay? Not a lesson on how to play all the shapes and all that, but I wanted to talk a little bit about how modes sometimes can be confusing depending on the method that you use. So let's take a look at it. A really common method to learn modes is using the 3 notes per string system, giving each of those shapes a mode name. The major scale has 7 notes, therefore there will be 7 modes. That's where the confusion is, because if you take each shape individually and isolate them, then yes, they have the intervallic structure of that given mode, right? That it's got the name from, okay? But it's all gonna depend on the chord being played, because notes on their own might not mean much. Let's take G major as an example and I'll show you what I mean. If we take the first shape of the set of the 3 notes per string, it's like this. Okay, so that's the first shape of the 3 notes per string. Now, if I got a G major chord playing over it, that will sound Ionian, will sound major, okay? Now, as the major scale, right? Because Ionian and major scale, they're the same thing, just 2 different names. And the intervals are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so 1, major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, and major 7. Now, if you play the second shape, which starts on A, the shape goes like this. And you're starting on A and ending on A, so that will give you the structure for Dorian. And obviously, A is now your 1, which will be 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, major 6, 6, and flat 7. Okay, but the thing is, if you isolate each of those shapes and the next note is going to be the root, then yes, that, like I said, that gives you the intervallic structure for that mode. But it's all going to depend on the chord being played. Okay, if I can play any of those shapes, if there's a G major playing, then everything is going to sound Ionian, G Ionian, because then those are the same notes, right? We're referring back to G. It's not going to be A Dorian or B Phrygian or, you know, whatever mode it is that you think you're playing. You're not actually playing that mode. You're just playing the major scale. Okay. Now, for example, I'm going to put a couple of pads. Let's start with G major, and I'll play that first shape. I'll stick to playing only the first shape, and I want you to hear the different sounds that it's going to give you. Okay, so G major, playing for the first shape, goes like this, G Ionian. So that's a major sound. Now I'm going to change the chord. I'm going to put an A minor vamp, but I'm going to play the same shape, and I want you to hear how different that's going to sound. Now this is an A minor chord. I'm going to play the same shape, and you hear the Dorian sound, okay? It goes like this. Okay, now we have B minor. B is the 3rd note in G major, and that's going to give us the Phrygian sound. Okay, it goes like this. Okay, the next chord is C major, and it's going to give us a Lydian sound, playing the same shape. Okay, now this is a D major, and it's gonna give us a Mixolydian sound. Okay, I think you get the idea now. What you need to understand is that modes aren't shapes, okay? Yes, like I said, you can take them as reference, but depending on the chord that's going to be playing, you know, you're not going to be playing that mode, okay? You're just going to be playing notes from a given scale, right? So you see that you can play 7 different chords using the same shape, and it's going to give you a different sound because the root changed. So I think that's it. I hope you guys found this useful and it made you understand modes a little bit better. I want to take a second to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. It really means a lot to me. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Please make sure you like, ring the bell for future notifications, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.